Hi everyone, this is Ayşenur Altan. Welcome back to my channel. If you are looking for something quick and delicious when craving some food for breakfast, lunch or as a snack, then I have an excellent recipe for you. It's easy to make. You can keep the filling and dough in the refrigerator and bake on the stove top whenever you want. And you can also bake and keep it in the fridge for a couple of days. Just reheat to enjoy with a glass of tea or your choice. So let's make it. I'm using mix of milk and water, lukewarm. When you dip your finger, it should bite a little bit, not too much. And add 1 teaspoon dry yeast and 1 teaspoon sugar. After about 5 minutes, it activates and begin to get foamy. Then I added close to 3 cups flour and 1 teaspoon salt. It is simple yeast dough. If you are vegetarian, just skip the milk and add only water. I just added to make the dough a bit richer. And here it is. It's not sticking but still soft. It is important to not to be very hard. And without waiting it to double in size, I cut it in 4, shape it into balls, cover and rest for about 15 minutes. Make sure to sprinkle some flour on the bottom and top so it doesn't stick. While my dough is resting, I'm gonna prepare the filling. I have 3 medium-sized potatoes, cooked and peeled. I'm grating from the thicker side of the grate, and in the pan I have 1 tablespoon butter melting. I'm adding about 2-3 tablespoons olive oil. It's up to you. Again, you can use only olive oil or vegetable oil if you like, or if you like butter more, just use only butter. And add the grated potatoes along with a close to teaspoon salt and mix. Usually in Turkish recipes, we make the potato filling by first sauteing onions, and we also add some tomato paste, but in this version I wanted to make more lighter filling and use herb along with the cheese. I have about 1/3 of a cup shredded kaşar cheese. You can use mozzarella or similar kinds. I'm going to add 1 heaped tablespoon, I can say, just eyeballing, chopped dill. It is from freezer. It's very handy. I added more cheese and will use more when I'm shaping. My filling is ready. I just roughly cut it into 4 to make even filling for my flatbreads. It's very fun and easy to shape. I'm rolling out my dough, sprinkling some flour from time to time into about a dessert size plate, and place the filling to the middle, adding more kaşar cheese on top, not too much. Just make 1 layer and close it with the rest of the dough on top. You can use more flour if it sticks. And just press it lightly and let it rest while shaping the others. And then we're gonna roll it out one more time with the filling. Here is the other version I shared with you, again with the potato filling, but has some onions and tomato paste. It was also very delicious. A traditional recipe we call veliba. I will add the link to watch it if you like. But in this version with the fresh dill and cheese in it, it really was my new favorite. So I continued to fill my balls and shape it. And now, beginning from the first one I shaped, I'm gonna roll it again. Not very thinly, about 1 centimeter or little less than I can say, making sure that it fits to your pan. I'm using non-stick pan. It is heated. You can also use a cast iron or a griddle. It is optional, but if you close the pan and create some steam inside, it tends to cook better in the first couple of minutes. And the heat is about on medium-high. And after about 2 minutes, I check if it has some brown spots and turn it over. It's very hot. I burned myself with the steam coming from inside, so be careful. And here another small accident. I dropped my camera, but didn't want to cut it because it looked very beautiful, the bread. Just puffed up well. By the way, if you're still not following me from my Instagram, it's Turkish Food Travel. I share my stories before sharing on YouTube, so you can follow me from there to see what I'm doing. And in the second pan, I'm melting some butter. I'm gonna brush my flatbreads and added some chopped parsley this time. Let me give you a small hint. While rolling out the last 2 ones, I used corn flour. It has more a grainy texture and some flavor, so I wanted to try it. Just wanted to give you as an idea if you want to use it. I'm not exaggerating. It was really delicious with the fresh herbs, potato, cheese, and the baking method. It reminded me kapalı pide or kır pidesi we say in Turkish. It's a boat-shaped flat bread baked in the oven, but really in practical way it's so delicious to make. And in the second day, make sure to reheat it in a pan again and enjoy it with a glass of tea. Please don't forget to support with your likes, comments and shares. I have many other recipes on my channel. You can check from the links. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in another delicious Turkish food recipes and travel vlogs. Afiyet olsun.